For collecting all of those arms, we now have the high-frequency machete, which has been used by the most basic enemies. It's an interesting weapon. It's faster, but shorter range and weaker. I like to use it. I think it's quite fun. It's also cool to just use a machete. Also, let's customize Raiden's body. Because we got Dystopia. We have to unlock it. We'll buy the strength upgrades. Like I said, this is probably my favorite weapon in the game, believe it or not. Still have some more skills we could buy, such as Stormbringer. And I think that's the last one. Fuel cells, that's going to be very important now because we have our Ripper mode. More health, always good. And we can get the high-frequency machete. The high-frequency machete is pretty good for New Game Plus when this thing does a little too much damage and you want to make the fights last a little longer. I'll show it off eventually. Exit customize screen. And look, no big cutscene, just straight into the action.
You killed Monsoon. I'm impressed. The brains are in the server room undergoing training. Knock yourself out. Go nuts.
Alright. Let's take a look at the machete. Again, it's a machete. It's the same weapon that the most basic cyborgs wield. It's a lot faster, a lot shorter range. But I like it. I tend to like using this in New Game Plus, but there's another weapon we'll get that also is pretty good for New Game Plus. So, Tactical Psi Dystopia, powered by Lorentz Force. Yep. And left-hand rule, we got it. We got to remind you about the Lorentz Force and the left-hand rule. Don't know what those are? Well, there's probably codec calls about them, but you could also just read the Wikipedia. So, the unique weapons, they replace your heavy attack, your triangle button. What does this do? It does that. What if we try to... Nope, it only does that. Seems lame, right? Wrong. It's awesome. Over time, it becomes purple. That means it's charged with magnetic stun energy. And we can use it in a pretty cool way. We can also just push these. Hell yeah. East block. There's some items up there that we'll get.
Sorry,
oh.
Sir. Our business hours for the day have ended. We are looking forward to your next visit.
Well, I mean, I'm sure if I... Hey. You're not a real lady. So here's why this thing's awesome. It's basically the Devil Bringer. And if it's all purple juiced up, it stuns enemies. It's really good, especially against flying enemies, but just is, in general, a good weapon to have. I like it a lot more than the polearm. Again, most people like the polearm because it's very obvious what it's good at. It's good at long combos. But I mean, come on. Look at that. That rules. Machete is your go-to for New Game Plus. Yeah, it's pretty good. Also, L3 plus R3. Ripper mode. We can only do that when we're absolutely full on juice. So the more juice you've got, it's actually harder to build. But it's fine. It's not too much of a problem. It makes us stronger, makes us more likely to break armor, cut dudes apart. When we go into blade mode, it slows down even further, so we can make even more precise cuts and do more kind of weird things with it. Also, even though the psi replaces our triangle button, we can still do our stinger, which I think gives it a little bit over the polearm, personally. So now the game is opened up even further. We are now in true action game territory. Because we've got our DT, we've got a weapon with really crazy utility. By this point, you've probably got a lot of skills, a lot of upgrades. It's part of what makes New Game Plus really fun, because you can go back and play the earlier stuff and just absolutely make certain bosses, like, skip phases entirely because you just do so much damage to them. I remember there being something here. Yes, there's a data storage chip up there. I thought so. I don't exactly remember how I meant to get over there, though. Well, it's not like that, I'll tell you that for free. No? I don't know. I know I've got it on another file. But, check this out, yeah. I just got these on display. One of the few times you can get a look at these, and they're definitely reminiscent of a Stinger launcher. Here's something that I should bring up. This is the point in the game, 2013, the point in the franchise where they stopped using real-world weapons. It's not as noticeable in this game, and there is one remnant. The SOCOM is on Raiden's MGS4 body. You see, that's not an RPG-7. It's like a souped-up RPG-7-esque grenade launcher. And there are reasons for that that we'll get into. When we play Peace Walker after this, we will be back to the real-world weapons, because that game came out in 2010. Like I said, I just think that this after MGS4 flows better. We'll talk about that. But yeah, this might be the first point in the game where you really notice, wait a minute, that's not a Stinger, that's a made-up weapon. And get this glass out of the way. And I feel like it's kind of excusable in this game because you're all wacky cyborgs and all the weapons are a little bit different because they're meant to be anti-cyborg weaponry. There we go. But make no mistake, that was absolutely intentional and sort of delegated, like, by design. Like, hey, don't use real weapons. I think there's early footage of this game that does use real weapons. Not sure, though.
The elevators appear to be disabled, which we should have expected, I suppose.
Yeah, probably.
I will access the control unit. Perhaps you can hack an elevator and make it
Hack the elevator, you know what that means.
Splendid idea. By all means, yes.
Oh no! Dudes are pouring in while someone hacks an elevator. And this game came out on the PS3 and 360. Guess we have to do a turret sequence?
UGT as well, yes? Give them hell.
Again, they only make you do this once. And honestly, I mean, it's fine. It's funny that it's here. It's legitimately very funny that it's here at all. Feels like a bit of a commentary on game design in some way, rather than just, oh yeah, you know, but it's one of those things where it's like, well, if you're pointing out that this is a stupid thing to do, but you're doing it anyway, you know, what are you even doing? Because look, these guys very quickly come up behind you. So you can't really even do the turret sequence. Oh! Oh no, he had a special arm. That's fine. Like I said, I've gotten all of those on my other files, so I'll show off what gets unlocked there. Oh, that's great. These cyborgs, the Desperado ones, also don't have the tactical vests. You can see more of their cyborg body design. It's very reminiscent of Raiden's. It's a cool look. earlier versions of this game had more civilian-looking enhanced cyborg enemies. They weren't so science fiction robot guy. And I feel like I like what the final game ended up doing. These dudes are still beyond the bounds here. Get it? Check it out. We got a 2-for-1 sale on Magilla Gorilla. They're gonna, yeah, come right up on us, so we gotta,
Enough with the guards. Just get in the elevator.
I mean, you can tell us that, Doc, but we gotta fight them. We gotta, especially now that we're low on health. Oh yeah, these are Desperado variations. So they're stronger. And they do that to us. Whoops. Oh, well, that's what happens when you don't break free. Yeah, difficulty increases a little bit here, if you hadn't noticed. They want you to make sure you're using all of your weapons and things, and all your upgrades. There we go. Heal up on that. Nope. Tried to give him a run around. It didn't work. Alright. Let's get him more here so we can properly fight. Do you want to come over here? Well, that's charged up, so we can just... There you go. Of course, you don't have to do the whole fight, but, like, you get more points and your rank goes up. There he is. Just deal with him. Oh, right! Grodd's come out at the end. That's right. Came out of nowhere. It's very silly. Oh, right. And this one's a special fight where just by defeating all the enemies, that's how you get the S rank. I knew there was a reason I wanted to stick around. I knew there was something special. Anyway, let's take this elevator, which no doubt can probably carry like 3 second graders. It's not that large, you know. There we go.
For security purposes, the building is divided into upper and lower halves. The lower area consists of offices and meeting space for staff and visitors, while confidential military projects and technical research are restricted to the upper levels.
So that's where the brains in the server room will be, up top.
Indeed. But that elevator can only access the lower floors.
Of course.
You need to get to the 20th floor and pass the security
Oh
gate
no,
there
security
to reach
gate.
the upper area.
What next, Mad Space?
Find another left hand?
Well, that is the problem. Security cyborgs would not have sufficient clearance. But managers and senior staff have already been evacuated, no doubt.
So...
The only option is to cut the power to the security gate, which will not be easy.
Yep, it's Doctor, everyone's
Powered by
favorite
more than
left-hand
3
enthusiast.
systems, including a backup power supply.
I think he and Monsoon
You
would
need
get
to
along
destroy
with the
all
left-hand
the
rule,
electrical
but,
control panels to disable
you know, it
them.
means something
In
different.
any
It's
case,
about
you
electric
should
current.
arrive at the 20th floor soon.
Alright.
The electrical panels are most likely hidden in the walls. Use your enhanced AR to search for any unusual heat sources inside the walls there.
A lot of enemies, and there's a special arm boy over there. Again, I like the office areas. I just think it's neat. I just think it's neat. Well, that definitely looks like an interesting heat source. And again, this is another...
Security gate. It is composed of steel alloy bonded by a high-frequency electrical current. It should unlock once the power has been cut.
Yep. So you can see we gotta go to wherever the panel that leads to is. And this is another stealth sequence. Am I gonna stealth it? Well, we'll see.
They found you. No choice now.
Yeah. Alright. This is another one where I think the joke is you have to, like, immediately know that there's dudes here and throw, like, a smoke grenade or something. Oh, jeez. The Raptor's just shooting his buddies there. Remember very early on I said that this is a very aggressive game. Yeah. Oh my gosh, look at this. This is where the Ripper mode really comes in handy because we can deal with dudes a lot easier. Grab that and refuel, which means we can go back into it. The game kind of changes up a little bit here because now it's about maintaining that as long as possible. You can see it drains very quickly. So as overpowered as it is, you don't get to keep it for too long. Did we get your special arm? We did! Nice. Dr. will be very happy about that. There's also now a Desperado Raptor. So he's a little heartier. Also looks way cooler. Let's just stun you. And stun you again. Yeah, that's why I like Dystopia a lot. It's a very good weapon. That was fun. Nice and action-packed. We got another cardboard box. Oh! I saw you in there, you little cretin. Another VR mission. I really love the amount of hidden collectibles in this game. Again, it's through and through definitely gameplay-wise an action game. And story-wise, a Metal Gear game. I know. I know where it is, too. It's, like, on a little panel.
There should be an electrical panel nearby.
Yeah.
Use your enhanced AR to locate it.
It's okay, Doc. I'm the one doing commentary, alright? I need that repair nano-based. I like this office area, too. I don't know why. I kind of like office areas. Item box. And right here.
Good. One down, two to go. Keep at it, Raiden.
Also, a little puzzle. First time we've had like an actual puzzle in a Metal Gear game for a while.
An electrical panel nearby. Use your enhanced AR to locate it.
And of course, if you go for the stealth option successfully, then this becomes a completely different gameplay sequence of trying to avoid detection as you progress through. Of course, you know, we got spotted immediately, as is fun. As is fun to do. So yeah, really only that first time do they make us fight 3 raptors at once. It's meant to be a big introduction to them, but it's kind of funny because, oh jeez. It's kind of the most trouble they'll ever be is that first encounter in the sewer. Though these ones do like to juggle me with their missiles. And shoot their balls about. Let me just... No. I didn't get it, but that's fine. Oh, he saw it, though. He's angry. Like I said, they get very angry if they see you kill their buddies. All right. Some items there, but there's the
There
power.
should be an electrical panel nearby. Use your enhanced AR to locate it.
Ah, this one. Oh, how tricky. That's got to be like a workplace violation, right?
Yes.
Having a big shelf like that in front of a necessary maintenance panel. OSHA would not be happy about that one. What they would be happy about, though, is this upgrade box. Only had BP, though. Oh! And look here, after we get all of the power panels, there's a hammer bro lying in wait. I don't think you can stealth past him at all. I wanted this. And that. Another VR mission. So many collectibles in this area. Oh, speaking of which.
That's my boy.
Hell yeah. Oh, she's got the... Right, let me point at it with my sword. Right there. You see? No. Right there. Yeah. We love the titty mole. All right. Can we sneak past you? Nope. He always sees us. That was a shrill little shriek he just did. He's a big guy, but he's got a very high-pitched voice. Surveillance cameras in use. Yeah, we noticed. More of these machines. Move's a little hard to pull off in combat. Unless you stun the enemy somehow, which is another reason that Dystopia is good. Because you can stun an enemy and then set him up for that. Which I think maybe they'll... Once he stops moving back and starts vibrating, I think that's when it does the most hits. I don't think there's like a just release of any kind. Although maybe there is. That was a big effect. It's hard to know. And I'm not sure what the charge times on it are. Do you want to release as soon as possible or hold it in a bit? Anyway.
Raiden, shall I activate your pain inhibitors now?
No, keep him off. I need it this way.
Well, as you wish. I must say, I have turned more than a few men into cyborgs. But you, well, your past is most,
What you getting at, Doc? Most of the time, you're working with First World ex-military. Grown men. Compared to the average Third World child soldier, I can't really complain. Most of them, they're the sort of guerrillas your typical patient gets paid to slaughter.
perhaps, but,
This shouldn't be news to you, Doc.
yes, but,
Look, just help me take care of those brains after I bring them back. I do my business, you do yours.
yes,